Welcome to Schmitt Tonight. A government can only inflict so much pain on its people before they inevitably start to fight back. And tonight, there is a conflict brewing in South Texas between the Lone Star State, run by enraged patriots, and the Biden White House, run by ideological zealots working to sow as much chaos as possible so they can radically alter our country. As Biden has decimated our national security and our sovereignty by corrupting our asylum laws, Texas is pushing back, setting up its own defense. Last week, the Supreme Court sided with the Biden regime in a shock decision that we hope was made out of concern for precedent and not this specific case. But as it stands, right now we have the state of Texas blocking Border Patrol from pulling in migrants at Eagle Pass, and we have Border Patrol ripping down Texas's own barriers as the state tries to protect itself because the federal government has disappeared from doing one of the most important jobs that it has. And Border Patrol is doing this, of course, at the direction of Biden and Mayorkas, some very good people working under some very, very bad people. And in this moment, here is the governor of Texas.
Texas has the constitutional authority to do exactly what we're doing because the authors of the Constitution, they knew there would be times when the federal government does not do its job, and states have a right of self-defense. And that right of self-defense is established in Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution. And Texas is relying upon the authority written into the Constitution for us to be able to secure our border and enact self-defense.
It's honestly amazing this is all happening right now. It's amazing that the federal government has just disappeared. The Supreme Court's decision doesn't prevent Texas from installing the wire, but it allows the federal government to remove it, a decision that furthers the conflict between Texas and the federal government. Today, 25 red state governors announced their support for Texas, and right there you see a visual of the divide that we have in this country, a country that is divided in so many ways. This as two Democrats from Texas, along with House husband Beto O'Rourke, asked the Biden regime to take over the Texas National Guard. Can you imagine something like that happening? The federal government takes over a National Guard of a sovereign state. The federal government can continue destroying Texas and the country that way, shredding the country's culture, making us easier to break down and rule, making it easier for them to win elections, which of course is what this is all about. They want to radically change your country for their betterment. Today, Biden's mouthpiece was asked whether the federal government should commandeer a sovereign state's National Guard. She's not too bright. Here's what she said.
Democrats are saying the president needs to federalize the Texas National Guard.
So look,
is that something that could happen?
I mean, look, I'll say this. The Border Patrol agents are now, as you said, allowed to cut through the wire because of what the Supreme Court has laid out. It's unfortunate that we had to go there. It's unfortunate that there is a governor in Texas, Governor Abbott, who has politicized this issue of what's happening on the border. And it's not making people's lives safer. It's actually making it harder for law enforcement at the border to do their job. I'm not going to speak to any actions that the president might take, may not take, but we have been very clear on this.
You decimate a country's border, the sovereignty of a country, and then you pretend that the people trying to fix the problem are the ones breaking it. This is what we see on every piece of policy from this White House. What they do, they allege everyone else is doing. It's terrifying that these people are in charge. The hot talking point from Democrats is Trump's role in all of this. Today, the former president asked any state willing to help to send their National Guard to Texas to help protect the border. Trump is also getting the credit or the blame for destroying a weak-handed potential Senate border deal that would have allowed 5,000 migrants a day to continue crossing into your country. That was the deal Republicans had made. It was another deal where Republicans get absolutely smoked. We should be used to that by now. Pretty par for the course. Trump told Republicans not to take the deal, forcing Mitch McConnell to walk away from it. That's how much power Trump still has when he's sitting at Mar-a-Lago. What's terrifying is that Trump was needed for this at all. Republicans making a deal like this was actually a possibility. That's the political party. That's the state of that political party. It would validate the despicable, politically motivated assault that Joe Biden has leveled on his own country for the past 3 years. Imagine cutting a deal that allows 150,000 migrants a month to continue pouring in. That's the new limit, according to this potential deal that now has thankfully disappeared. So that's the reality of that deal. And knowing that, take a listen to how Mitt Romney explained it.
I think the border is a very important issue for Donald Trump, and the fact that he would communicate to Republican senators and congresspeople that he doesn't want us to solve the border problem because he wants to blame Biden for it is really appalling.
Luckily, he'll be gone very soon, and so many more need to be primaried. If you want to know why this country keeps getting pulled to the left, why they always seem to win, the answer is Mitt Romney and everybody just like him. So many fake Republicans, a lot of them in the Senate, a lot of them still in the House too. Too lobbied, too corrupted, too establishment. Although there are still some who can see the path, like Ted Cruz. Take a listen.
If they cared, they would stop it. If you cared about the children being raped at the border, you would say no more. When Joe Biden came in, we had the lowest rate of illegal immigration in 45 years. He inherited success, and he deliberately broke it.